Alright, so that AA is now almost fully suppressed, so I feel like we can start using our air force in this area to start taking out some of their other units. Not to mention that our tank can now just go and grab this. Oh, and in fact the pioneers are almost in range, so yeah. Big artillery is what needs to die. That's going to be you. Yeah. You're going to try and shoot me with anti-air. It's going to be basically useless. Good luck. Billy! Alright, good turn there for the Air Force. I wonder how many ships they have, whether I should bother trying to kill their navy or not. Like, it did say that there would be bonuses if I did. So, why not? Artillery is going to support against us. Let's hit you with them. Now you're not going to do any damage to me, so let's try and kill the AA if we can. Good enough. In fact, that tank's almost dead too. Fortunately, none of you lot can just cross over. Shoot him. Ah, yes we can. Except that the AT is going to shoot us, so no, we kind of need to go after that with infantry if we can. And we'll be able to station aircraft here. So I think it's going to take us about 2 turns probably to knock out their air force. Their navy. And now that's a point. We can send in the free infantry to go and do some damage. Because I don't care if they get injured. Because I'm cruel like that. Where are you? Oh, you're still way back here. Whoops. You're mechanized, you should be alright. Get you across the river. Hopefully we can use you a little bit more usefully next time. Okay. Did I capture Ypres? Yes. The 16th Air Infantry. Heroic Defense. Survivor. Again, that's not my actual unit. As long as this unit has more than 1 strength, it will always survive an enemy attack. I mean, I wish I had that. It would be nice. Alright, so, Air Force. I feel like I'm going to start going after their ships. I think there are only 4 of them. I think it's just these 4. Carpet bomb the ocean. Oh, I see. You're going to try and shoot me. Well, that's just rude. Definitely feel like I'm not being quite as efficient as I once was. Yes, attack the AT. Perfect. He was completely suppressed. There was nothing he could do. You go and stand there and just keep provoking their ships. A Roman emperor declared war on the ocean. I say carpet bombing the ocean is just a continuation of his efforts. I mean, you're not wrong. Oh right, never actually killed that. Kill the AA with aircraft. Perfection. No. Yes. Wasn't expecting to get the kill there, but I'll take it. So what's left? 180 here. Infantry, tank, infantry. I think that's it. And I have 7 turns still. Let's move you back. Yeah, here we go. Kill the AT. Overrun. Beautiful. And move my recon into Calais, so hopefully we can take a look around. That's everyone moved. You could attack them, but you would take casualties, so I see no real reason to do so. Onwards. Ow. Oh, don't disappear off screen. That's not fair. Ah, humbug. Gonna have to use one of my fighters to go and find him. If I can even reach. Which I don't think I can. Alright, artillery. Let's finish Dunkirk. No! I mean, yay, but no! I hadn't taken that place. Ah, bugger. Never been so angry about a victory. How dare they? Reload? Nah. It's fine. So, Jack the Ripper, once again, the most efficient unit. Darkfighter, just killing more and more. Least efficient this time. Actually, nobody was particularly bad. This was the free tank. This was the free infantry. And then boss to man. So, tank, tank. I think historical kill is actually an artillery. Tank, tank, infantry, tank. My tanks always do terribly compared to everything else. Oh no, these two might be artillery, actually, thinking about it. Artillery always do badly because it doesn't count suppression. Huzzah! Only counts kills. Horned Panda coming in with a 27-month resubscription. Thank you very, very much for that, Horned Panda. Very much appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, onwards. Germany launches Operation Fallrot to completely knock the French out of the war. Panzer forces will be spread thin as they race across France to quickly seize as much territory as possible. Strategic warning. Direct assaults against prepared defences needed in Dijon, or rapid blitzkrieg attacks that bypass enemy defences needed at Paris. Definitely direct attacks. That's what we're good at. So I think we're going to go for Dijon. Units can be upgraded not only within their native class, but also to one of related classes at a cost of some experience loss. Ah, okay. So I'm guessing that the Gebirg infantry are related to the others. The officer inhales deeply. Ah, Herr General, can you smell that aroma? Nope. Well, I can. It smells like victory. I mean, sugared almonds. I spent 9 long months here a long lifetime ago, but I still remember every minute of it. Everything I saw, everything I did, everything I felt. And I hate it all, including these damned sugared almonds. Pardon me, Herr General. Being back in this part of France is affecting me. But look at you now, advancing so far and so fast after a mere month of campaigning. And that's what we need to talk about. It's clear that France is teetering on the staggering blows we've dealt, and it's time to hit them so hard their entire army will collapse. Primary objective. Capture all victory hexes. Orders from command are to penetrate as deep into France as we can. Nearby targets are Rheims and Verdun might be difficult, especially with the Aise River between us and them, so I definitely recommend some bridge engineers. Here or here could be suitable crossing points. After that, it's a race south through city after city until we reach the main objective at Dijon. Following the route, we should be able to completely bypass the static fortifications of the Maginot Line. Do this right, and we can bring this war against France to a close in less time than I spent fighting for one city. And I hope you can, because it's such a petty thing to hate sugared almonds. Oh, I see, he was a commander in the First World War. Now I get it. I thought he, like, studied there or something. How far am I into this game? This is 6th mission? Extraordinary heroism. Double attack. Unit gets 2 attack actions per turn. That is almost certainly going to be for one of the... Oh, actually, it could be for artillery. Artillery getting 2 shots would be really good. Or the Pioneers. Although the Pioneers are usually like just one massive knockout punch. No, I think that this sounds like an artillery ability. Not as good as on the tank though. I don't really use my tanks for breakthroughs. My tanks are mostly a counter for enemy armor. Man, this is a huge map. Crikey! It's enormous! I'm zoomed all the way out and it's still not covering the whole screen. So this is Maginot. There's no reward for taking out strong points, so I don't think I need to bother with that. And here's Wien. Renault R35s, AMC 35s, Panhards, AA, artillery, infantry, artillery, AT. This is more Maginot here. There's Verdun. So it was recommending I cross what, here? I mean, this one I can see. Crossing here would definitely be good. To me, it feels like I should cross here and here, and then just hit Verdun from the side. Avoid this completely. So, Rheims, Verdun, Troyes, Chaumont, Dijon, and Besançon. Colmar is not a victory point. Metz. Metz is. Oh, crap. So I'm gonna have... Well, Metz would be easier to come up from here. Why don't I just go around it like the Germans did? I'd rather go through it! All we need is even more heavy artillery. Speaking of which, let's see if we've got any new toys. Infantry. No changes. No different transports either. Tanks. No real changes. We've got a couple of the Hotchkiss 35s, but still enough only for 3 combat. No recon. No AT. No AA. No artillery, no fighters, no tactical bombers, no strategic bombers. We're not getting very many new toys. Can I get the Char B? The problem with the Char B is I could have him as a maximum strength 2. So he would die very, very quickly. Time's moving too fast. Yeah, I know. Also, I don't have any of the prototype abilities or the capture abilities or anything, but now I see how, like, capturing equipment, general ability at the start would be quite nice. Okay, so we have got a grand total of 5 extra unit points. Oh, and we also have the double attack on the hero. I don't think I really need to upgrade my units at all. So what are we lacking? We could upgrade the AT. That's one thing we could do, make him into a Panzerjäger. I think that would make sense. Wait, the Panzerjäger is actually cheaper? Yep. Takes 1 more capacity, but is actually cheaper. 2 soft attack, 16 hard attack. And the 14 hard attack the previous gun had seemed to be terrible, so I wonder how much of a difference 16 will make. He does have 2 resist, and he's just faster. Well, I only have 2 choices when it comes to AT, it's these 2. Or I could switch him into AA. And get like Flak 36 with his 14 AT. The only real difference there... Oh, actually, that's a 3 cap. I don't want to spend 3 cap on this. 2 would be the maximum. You'd be too squishy. $9 AT... No. The only one that it could possibly be would be the Flak 88 or Flak 36. But like I said, don't want to spend 3 cap. The other thing would be more aircraft. The anti-tank was mostly up against the allied heavy armor, and it is tough. Yeah, I know. I'm still leaning towards upgrading from the Pak 36 to the Panzerjäger. It does do more damage, and it is armoured, and it's mobile. I think this makes sense. So we're going to upgrade you to that. Which will make you quicker. And also means that you can now accompany my tanks as an actual anti-tank. So I could theoretically also upgrade my Panzer 3 to a 4. And then rely on you to be the actual AT. Although I quite like having a 1 Panzer 3. No, I think we're good. I will need to do replenishment too. We'll do that in a minute. Alright, so who's going to attack twice? Let me think about this for a second. So tanks are quite good because they catch the enemy infantry out in the open, though I haven't really struggled there. I do often wish my artillery could shoot more often, just because the amount of suppression it does really saves lives. Get the AT to attack twice? Possibly. I'm not convinced by how punchy it is. The other one I'm kind of tempted to get to attack twice would be the tactical bomber. Seeing as they reload at the end of every turn anyway, and they can't be surrounded. And Jack the Ripper has consistently been the most damaging unit I have. I don't use him to kill, I use him to damage. Might have a new 87 platform plane. I mean this one? 87B. 87B. So no. BF 109E. 109E. 110D. 110D. So no upgrades. Yeah, I think I might actually upgrade Jack the Ripper to attack twice. Yeah, I think I will. Oh, I never assigned Alpine to anyone. I don't think I will. Are there any hills here, like, at all? Nope. There are down here, but I have no reason to go that way. Get the B1 tank. B1? Oh, the chart. Again, it can have a maximum health of 2. Bearing in mind, the base health for any unit is 10. So getting just a 2 health heavy tank, not worth it. You would just die and then I've lost the whole unit. Let's go and heal all of you lot up. Pioneers go to full strength. Okay. And now we still have 4 points to spend on something. Could get another Pioneer. Get a tank. Get a Storm Panzer. That would give my tank unit some artillery support. Although again, strat bombers fill that role. Get some more strat bombers. I think I need more than one. Oh yeah, that's true. We do need Brook and Pioneer. Brook and Pioneer, what are they? They are bridge engineers. So they're like more specialized Pioneer. Pioneer are like primarily for attacking cities. Brook and Pioneer are for bridges. Fallschirmjäger is the other thing I could use. I was actually relatively impressed by them. The only thing which I dislike about the Fallschirmjäger is... Oh, you can give them transports. Surely they don't drop with those, though. How do Fallschirmjäger compare to Grenadiers? Grenadiers have better anti-tank. They have less initiative, but more ground defense, more air defense. Air defense doesn't matter so much. The ground defense, however, does. No, I prefer the Grenadiers. Can't if you want to use them as airborne, yeah, that's what I thought. Storm Panzer for the cool factor. Storm Panzer would help my tanks taking cities. But again, not really their job. Well, actually, let's take a look at the map here for a second. What is our plan here going to be? Because we do need to get a crossing around Rheims. And we could get 2 bridge units. There are a lot of rivers. There is that. Although I haven't really been stopped by rivers before because my infantry is so solid. And they're not big rivers. If there were rivers like... Nope, there are no big rivers. These are all crossable. Because there's like a thicker river which you can only cross if you have bridging units. I guess the Rhine would be. So yeah, like I said, I think I'm just going to ignore Verdun until we've taken Rheims. Then one army can push south, one army can push southeast, and then back north. And then hopefully the southern army can take this town, and then the units in Verdun just take the train to here. If your tanks have the Storm Panzer, they won't need as much support as they can operate better. Yeah, I am very tempted by the Storm Panzer, I must admit. Because I do like my tanks operating independently. The only problem with this map is, until we get to the south, tanks are going to be more difficult to use. So I don't think they're necessarily good for this battlefield. I feel like this is going to be more of a slow and steady until the end when we rush. AE might be useful. Well, again, I would prefer to be using fighter bombers than anti-air. Sorry, AA, not AE. This isn't aggressive expansion. Bridge engineers are the one thing where I'm going, they're cheap. They're very, very cheap. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab 2 of these. Which gives us 2 capacity still. And you know what? I'm going to put an AA with my artillery. I'm fed up of them shooting my artillery. The only time my artillery takes damage is from Air Force. Not the only time, but most. So who has the most effective AA? Flak 37's pretty good. You're not. You're not. Oh, hang on. I'm looking at the wrong column. You are really good AA. Like, obnoxiously so compared to all of the others. You have 4 times the AA of the 38. Fine! 1 less of these. And we'll send the Brook and Pioneer with the tanks. I think that's where they'll be the most useful. And we'll go with one of these. Okay. So, Brook and Pioneer. Actually, First of all, we are going to name the Flak 88s. And these are going to be Horned Panda. And I'm just going to go and take a quick look to see if anybody else has subscribed, which hasn't been named yet. Don't think so. No. Didn't I buy a truck for them? Oh, whoops. We were supposed to have one. Speaking of which, let's make sure you've all got trucks. You do. Actually, I'm using that. Whereas these guys are using, yeah, Opal. So it's motorized, which go further. That's fine. Okay, new name. Brücken Pionier will now be known as Larsman. Alright, so, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until next session to do this, because it is now 2 o'clock, so this seems like a pretty good ending point. So thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, then please be sure to hit that follow button so you get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you've really enjoyed this, then do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out, lets me do more of this kind of content. Also, if you're a subscriber, you'll be added to the pool of names which I'm using to get names for all of the units. So your name shall live on in infamy, like Darkfighter, the incredibly famous Pioneer unit. If you want to support the channel otherwise, check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking, which is another way of getting your name into these games. Patreon names are usually the ones that I will use first, then I'll switch over to subscribers, just because I would like to encourage people to use Patreon, because the rate of return is better. Twitch takes 50% of the money that you do for a subscription. Patreon takes only 5%. I do have a YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/MordredViking, and yes, I probably will be uploading this to YouTube, so if you've missed the beginning, it will be up there. I don't know exactly when, in the next couple of days, most likely. There is also a lot of other strategy content up there, mostly Hearts of Iron, also Unity of Command, which is another one which is similar to this, Europe Universalis, Crusader Kings, Stellaris, Total War, Three Kingdoms, loads of stuff. Then finally, I have a Discord, which is where the community hangs out. They're a cool bunch, and it's always an absolute pleasure to see some new faces over there. So please, please do come along, join us. We talk about games, mostly. Next time I'll be streaming this game, don't know. It is not scheduled at the moment, probably not until next week, because tomorrow at 5 PM I will be doing Total War 3 Kingdoms. I will either be continuing Three Kingdoms or switching to Pendor at 10. No streams on Thursday, then Friday and Saturday is Hearts of Iron, Old World Blues and Kaiserreich respectively. And then of course Sunday is the big Community Clash multiplayer for Europa Universalis. I think that's all I need to say for now, so thanks everyone for watching, hope you've enjoyed this. And let's go and see if there's anybody else that I should raid. I wonder if anyone else is doing this game. I doubt it, because I don't think very many people have got access to it yet, but I can check. Nope. Alright, who else is live? McConnell's doing U4. Sure. You can rate McConnell. So head on over there. I'd like to see his chat lit up with the Viking raid, just like this. Let's make ourselves well and truly known when we're over there. So head on over there, hit that Viking raid, and I'll see you next time. Bye.